vegetarian diet is not just about nutrition, but also a way to connect with the Spirit and draw attention from God. But have you really understood it correctly? The first thing you need to know, being vegetarian is not just about avoiding meat. The food you choose must come with a clear intention to cleanse the soul. Never think of being vegetarian as a formality. If you are only doing this for others to praise you, you are going against the true spirit of vegetarianism. So, what's the second important thing? Never fast without sincerity. If your mind is full of worries and anxieties, fasting will not bring true spiritual value. Have you ever tried fasting? Leave a comment and share your experience. Your story might inspire many others. In many religious cultures, fasting is not just an act of abstinence, but a way for us to purify our souls and direct our hearts towards sacred things. When we give up worldly desires like food, we show our determination, devotion, and respect for sacred principles. Fasting not only helps calm the soul, but also allows us to deeply feel God's presence in every breath and heartbeat. By giving up material needs, we open another door where humility and reverence bring us closer to God. Fasting helps purify the soul, a condition that God loves. In silence, we can easily hear His words. Like a bird finding freedom in the sky, the soul, when purified through fasting, can soar higher and reach God's guidance. In every religion, fasting is always seen as a way to communicate with the spiritual world, an opportunity to listen to and feel God's whispers. This simple meal symbolizes restraint. When you fast, you are not just giving up material things, but showing reverence and devotion. Fasting is like a key that helps us unlock a spiritual door, a door that leads to deeper aspects of our relationship with God. And when our hearts are pure, when we put aside worldly desires, that is when we open up a deep and peaceful connection with God. God does not need material wealth from us. He only needs sincerity and devotion. Through fasting, we clearly demonstrate this. Fasting helps us understand that true wealth does not come from what we consume, but from what we give: sincerity, love, and respect for God. God always watches over us, and through restraint in eating, we clearly show devotion, humility, which God loves. When we fast, we are not only demonstrating self-control, but also telling God, "I am here, ready to listen and serve." Now that you understand the power of fasting better, try it and share your experience with us. Have you ever fasted? Leave a comment below. Today, I truly feel exhausted from fasting, but at least I am living a purer lifestyle. The first thing you should never do when fasting is boast about it. People often post on social media to get praise for their perseverance and virtue. But by doing so, they not only lose the true meaning of fasting, but also make others uncomfortable. Fasting is not something to boast about. It is an act between you and God. As written in the Bible, do not make your face look gloomy or boast about your fasting. When you do this, you are only seeking others' approval, not forgiveness or grace from God. Boasting about fasting can also create unnecessary competition within the community. When you do this, you not only lose the meaning of fasting, but also negatively impact those around you. Seeking recognition from others through fasting only brings emptiness and disappointment. Matthew 6:16-18. When you fast, do not be like the hypocrites, for they make their faces look dismal, so that others may see that they are fasting. Fasting is a sacred act between you and God, not an opportunity to boast to others. Let your silent actions speak for your soul and your loyalty to God. It is through silence and humility that you will be guided closer to faith and inner peace. Have you ever experienced someone boasting about their fasting? Share your story below. The second thing you should not do when fasting is to focus solely on the physical aspect. Fasting is not a diet or a way to lose weight. It is an act of giving up physical needs to focus on the spirit. If you only worry about weight and calories, you are forgetting the true purpose of fasting. Instead of worrying about hunger, take the time to pray and direct your mind towards God. Prayer not only calms your mind, but also brings inner peace. Fasting is a time to connect deeply with God, not just to address physical issues. These moments of silence help you seek guidance and peace from God. A teaching quote: "When you give up food, focus on prayer." Let your mind focus on the sacred rather than material things. Do not let the temptation of counting calories take away the spiritual meaning of fasting. Fasting is not just about abstaining, but also about positive actions directed towards others. Fasting helps you understand more about sacrifice, altruism, and love. Directing your heart towards God in prayer will guide you on this journey. Join us and share your fasting experience. Are you ready to focus your spirit on the sacred rather than just the physical? So what benefits does proper fasting bring? Let's explore together. Firstly, fasting helps cleanse the body, removing toxins and bringing a sense of lightness. When we eat simply, our body becomes healthier, reducing the risk of illness. Fasting also helps the mind become clearer, focusing more on prayer and contemplation. By sacrificing material pleasures, our soul becomes tranquil and directed towards God. Fasting is not just about the body. It is about the balance between physical and spiritual. Fasting also provides an opportunity for family unity, experiencing simplicity and love together. We also have the chance to help and share with others through charitable activities. Fasting helps us become more aware of the environment, supporting sustainable food and respecting nature. Proper fasting brings peace and tranquility to the soul. When giving up momentary pleasures, we place our soul in God's hands, receiving divine energy. From that, our hearts feel peace and connection with the highest being. The simplicity of food is how we show gratitude for life. Through every fasting meal, we feel more deeply the meaning of sacrifice and gratitude. Are you ready to try proper fasting? Share your journey with us and experience the peace that comes from it. In the church, they perform fasting rituals together. This is an important moment for collective prayer and reflection. The meal is not just an act of moderation in eating, but also a gesture of sharing and mutual respect within the community. Like the story of Esther and the Jewish people, when the entire community fasted and prayed for their survival. They were blessed by God, and the power of community unity brought them hope and faith. Fasting together has helped us feel more deeply the bond and power of solidarity within the community. This is not just a religious ritual, but also a message about sacrifice and collective spirit. The simplicity of every being, every fasting meal carries a profound message about patience and faith. The younger generations in the community also learn the value of humility and gratitude through fasting meals. After praying, they share simple fasting meals together, symbolizing empathy and sharing among members. Peace is present in every fasting meal, representing love and compassion for each other. Heartfelt prayers and trust in God help them overcome life's challenges. The entire community prays together, each plea like a candle illuminating hope for the future. With the power of unity and faith in God, they find new hope in life. Have you ever joined a community fasting event? Share your experience with us below. Are you ready to fast properly to connect with God? Start from small actions, and don't forget to put your heart into every moment of prayer. If you want to learn more about different fasting methods, click the subscribe button below to stay updated with my next helpful content. Don't forget to like and share this video if you find it helpful. Click the bell to receive notifications and join me on the upcoming spiritual journey.